Hello, welcome back, Boxer1 here, and today we will be reviewing this set, nearly messed that word up, set 753485 from 2023. It is the 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack, of course, the second one, and it is, I believe, it has four figures, and I believe they're based on the classes in Battlefront 2, there we go, and it has a nice little build here. I have just a sealed version, because I got it as a duplicate. I plan to open it like 10 years from now for some reason. I don't know, I'm a weirdo. But yeah, let's get into the figures and then the build. The first two figures in this set are the Heavy, I believe. Heavy Troopers. And they have some pretty interesting stuff about them. They have the nice like armor printing up here in the shoulder, which they did have a pauldron, but they don't. They have, obviously, the little, I don't know what you'd call that, bandolier, or just like thing that keeps ammo or grenades on his chest there. Just some nice printing, of course. Same on the legs. It's just the same as I believe we got previously. On the back, it's pretty simple. I'll actually take his stuff off in a second to show you what the print looks like under there. But he does have a backpack, which is pretty nice. And that's basically for the back side. And his helmet is also pretty cool. You can see he uses the normal clone face that is relatively new still. Or not anymore, but he was at the time. And he uses this nice printed clone helmet, which is exclusive to the figure. So that's pretty cool as well. He does carry this larger blaster around, which is pretty nice. But finally, let's get on to the back printing. Let's take off his stuff. And if it'll unblur, wow, that's bad. There we go. It is pretty simple, pretty like the other clones, but just with the extra bands on them. But yeah, pretty cool. You get two of the clones in this set. You can see he's disassembled here, and it's blurry, of course. But yeah, you get two of them in the set, and I quite like them. Let's get on to the next one. The next figure in the set is the 501st Officer, and he has, well, he only comes with one pistol, but you do get an extra, so I just give him an extra. He has this printed waist cape. So cool. Yay. But yeah, he has a printed waist cape, not a cloth one, unfortunately. And, yeah, he has this nice blue belt, I guess you could say, for him there. Very nice. And, he has a very cool back printing with some more blue on it. And his helmet is, I believe, the same as the Specialist, which we'll get to later. But the helmet is used in multiple sets, this one. And then he has the normal clone face. So yeah, pretty cool. He does have the blue, I don't know what wow, my brain really gives out information. Let's see here. This is the rangefinder piece. There we go. But yeah, it's a pretty good figure. I quite like this one, besides the printed comma, which is unfortunate. Let's get on to the next figure. The next and final figure is the 501st Specialist. He has a sniper rifle and a binocular piece, not the like the fancy Star Wars one, just a normal binocular piece. And he also has these macro binoculars, right? I believe they're macro binoculars or micro binoculars, something like that. And he has the normal helmet, 501st helmet under that. Normal clone head. Pop that off so you can see. Normal clone head. And then his torso does have some special printing. He does have blue arms with those little yellow lines there. But yeah, pretty cool. I quite like that one. This piece was exclusive to the set until just recently when it came out in a couple more sets. So yeah, pretty cool. Without further ado, let's get on to the build, because I do think the figures are all pretty good. Now, the build in the set is also, it's pretty simple. I mean, this is a battle pack. And I just realized I'm missing the red thing. So I'll get that in a second, but let's look at the build before we show that off. It has these legs which can move side to side. You can also angle them here, at I guess you could call the knee. And if you can angle that back there. It's pretty cool. It can sit one figure right here, and obviously the big cannon can move up and down slightly. Not much, but slightly. You see the other side is pretty similar, just without the big seat. And it has this, obviously, piece to stabilize it on the bottom. Now, it does have this spring-loaded shooter, which I will show you, as well as put the figure on there. And that is what it looks like with both the figure and the big piece in there for the spring-loaded shooter. Let's actually launch it. And if I can. Yep, that flies pretty far. Pretty cool. Let's get on to my final opinion on the set. And my final opinion on the set is that this is a pretty good battle pack. Now, I do have some things I don't like about it, mainly being the printed comma, as well as, obviously, the helmet holes, but we're not going to get into that. But other than that, I think it's a good way to get these clones. I think they're pretty cool. I think this guy, especially the Specialist, comes with some really cool micro binocular, whatever you call it. And, yeah, I just think it comes with some pretty cool pieces. I think the figures aren't bad, especially the heavies. I think the heavy troopers are very good, and the Specialist as well. It's just the commander that lacks a bit. But yeah, other than that, I quite like the set. The build is pretty simple, but I quite like it. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, I shall see you next time, where I think we'll probably be doing either the newer Mandalorian battle pack or the Ahsoka Trooper battle pack, whatever you call them, 312, something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. I shall see you next time. Goodbye.